What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning into another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a fantastic Monday night. I thought we could come here, celebrate the game. We got a nice, easy weekend. We already had the W, so got to enjoy some football. Thought we could talk about it. Had quite a long day myself, as you can see. Holy hell, I cannot wait to hit the showers, but I thought we could talk some birds. Football games on I wanted to watch. So many things. And then, of course, literally right before I'm trying to get this damn show out, well, the Eagles make a trade. So we're going to talk about all of it. We're here to celebrate 1-0 as we always do. We take a look at the rankings and look, because of whatever with the games, the Commanders are technically number one. That's fine. That won't last. I promise you that. And, well, then you see the Eagles and, well, Cowboys and Giants lose. So, but... well, the Eagles, they are always busy. You know, Howie Roseman never sleeps. So, a lot of moves were made. Was going to talk about those. And then they made a trade for Tank Bigsby. So, I will make a Tank Bigsby video. I will put out his stats and all that great stuff and a breakdown on him. But we can talk about it right here, right now. Because, you know, Tank Bigsby, I just released him from my fantasy team after doing absolutely nothing. The Jaguars used him as a return man. And, you know, they have the rookie Bashal Tootin there, and he will be backing up Travis Etienne. And I thought Etienne would do great. I played him in my DFS play, just getting a different offense there with Liam Cohen. So Tank Bigsby was expendable. Now, the question people are asking, one of you just asked, Jason, my man, shout out to you. You know, is this because A.J. Dillon, they don't believe in him, this, that. Will Shipley had a rib injury in this past game, if you remember. So, probably a little more serious than we were hoping. So, yeah, probably going to just need another running back. And we've got Audric Estime there, and you've got Montrell Johnson just brought back. But now you've got Tank Bigsby on your roster. So, intrigued to see which route they go here. But, yeah, the trade for Tank Bigsby, and they gave up a 5th and a 6th round pick. So, I'll take a gander further into this. We can take a look. I think I might have. I don't know, guys, if I have that graphic of our draft picks anymore in here. I don't. So, still got like 10 picks. So, hell yeah, I will show you that updated list, the updated roster, all that stuff that you need to see. I was just planning to do this first. So, it kind of just... it happened, and I needed to make this a quick one anyway. So we're going to get it in. Love to hear from you. Let's rock and roll. And, yeah, man, that's what I was talking about there. Actually, be able to finally make it. Sean, my man, appreciate you tuning in. Hope you are well. JC, thank you for tuning in. Sorry, I'm a little dirtied up here, guys. I got it was really weird. We got to the house today, and it was this older lady. Husband had just passed away, and she needed, like, us to just level out her whole yard. And like do all this like different work, and it was crazy. And it's a lot of stuff like we don't really do too much, but we got it in for her, you know what I mean? And I was doing so many things, and I got so ridiculous. This is me like cleaned up after, and then coming home, and it is just I'm still obviously a little dirty here, quite a day. But I appreciate you all bearing with me. And as I tell you, look, on weekdays it's going to be hard for me a lot of times to get this information, you know, until I get home. So I apologize. And now this trade just freaking happened. So I'm going to have to, you know, have a second to, you know, try to make that then. And then I'll put that out later. But going to be our new fullback. No, you won't use him as the fullback. This is just because Shipley is banged up. So, yeah, we're just going to need another running back here. I don't think Jalen Carter will be suspended. If they do, it's them just being haters, and they would give him one game, but no reason he should be. Well, I think Shipley could be out, you know, for a few games here, but the Eagles are always looking to improve. And I think one of the areas, you know, as a return man, he could help you there, would be something. And if they maybe want to try him, you know, at fullback, maybe use A.J. Dillon, as you had mentioned here at fullback. Not against it at all. But, you know, when you have injuries like this, every week is important. And, yeah, you gave up a 5th and a 6th round pick, but Tank Bigsby's got some talent here. So if Shipley has a pretty serious injury and, it's more so than anybody thought, you're going to need another running back. And I like A.J. Dillon, but he just missed the entire year last year with a neck injury. So you're always going to look to be prepared. And, people always ask this all the time. Why do you need depth? Why do you have these practice squad players? And, well, I mean, for things like this. And, it's an unfortunate part of the game, but we're already dealing with it. I mean, first, it was the kickoff. Jalen Carter, BS happens, lose Van Zuman. It was just like, hey, all right, dude. I hate it, man, but it is, unfortunately, a part of the game. But the Eagles will always be looking to do things to improve. So if they want to try to make one of these guys a fullback, maybe. I don't think the fullback was so important that you need to go out and get someone else. So maybe they do try to do this. You know what I mean? But I think for me, it's more so just having depth there, and maybe they add a fullback as well this week. Maybe, we talked about that the other day. A lot of what ifs that, are on the table here. But for me, what is Will Shipley's length of, the timetable of return here? Because if he's banged up, which it seems like when you see a trade like this, you're not going to trade, you're saying a fifth and a sixth. You're not going to trade a fifth and a sixth round pick for a guy that you hope could maybe be a fullback, you know what I mean? Or hope that you can move someone. You would just get one, you know what I mean? So if that's in their future, and we talked about it. Look, Ben Van Zuman, I love the kid. I had to make him my 53 because, honestly, a freak athlete like that, he's a special teams ace, first and foremost, but fullback, backup linebacker, and they were planning on using him as a return man. So, dude, it's unfortunate BVS is gone for the year. Shipley, who knows, man? But it sounds like with a trade like this, definitely going to be a few weeks here. So we'll see, man. And you're hearing what I'm saying. And how do you think Big Z will fit in with the defense? Big Z with the defense. Zadarius is somebody we talked about, one of those free agents that was still out there. If you wanted to add a veteran to this pass rush with, Sweat leaving, BG retiring, do you add to? I love Nolan Smith. I love me some Jalen Hunt. But, when you look at O'Shea, you look at Ojulari, you think you have depth there. And Okoronkwo, Patrick Johnson just got signed. I mean, but now they're solidifying this damn depth here. So I think it's a great fit. And I think, part of the rotation, a guy that comes in doesn't have to be like your starting guy. He's third and still gets plenty of snaps to come in and do his damn thing. And we talked about his similarity to BG, where you can kick him inside, a pass rushing interior defensive lineman, where that's awesome to have in a Vic Fangio defense. And I think that it's a great addition. So Eagles continue, to stay busy, continue to try to ensure they go back to back here. So how he's going to do that, when you have injuries, you have things. So you have fear that the edge depth is not showing up yet. That's what Howie's going to do. Tiffany, appreciate you tuning in. And look, that's what we're talking about here. I think clearly it's going to be worse than we thought if they're making a move like this. That's kind of telling to me, but we'll see. Yeah, man, right? Got Tank here, and he really is, man. I really enjoy his game. I had him in fantasy just because it was one of those later round picks that he was still sitting around like, what if they do use him? Well, they have Tootin and ETN there. ETN, I know one of your dudes. But for me, I think this is a really good move because he helps you in the return game, which Shipley did, and he is a depth running back. And he, is somebody that doesn't need to be pass catcher. He showed last year a few times, right? Obviously, way more so ETN as the pass catcher, but Tank showed it more so last year that he could do it. Don't need to. Tank, can be that third running back. A.J. Dillon can be our second. He can, pass block. He can catch. He can run. So you have your number two. Shipley moves out. You move Dillon from 3 to 2. And now Tank Bigsby can be 3. You want to elevate Estime or maybe Montreal Johnson. There's so many things the Eagles could do here. So, and exactly, dude, they've got you guys got backs. You have, and I just talked about that earlier in the show, Mark. Appreciate you tuning in, my friend. But yeah, that was something I mentioned. They just had a plethora of backs, and I dropped them from my fantasy team because Tootin is clearly going to be number 2 there, and Bigsby was expendable. With Liam Cohen there, the new offense, I thought ETN would have a chance to shine. You and I talked about it on the show here not long ago. That was just, my opinion, and I saw it in fantasy, so I dropped him quick, and now I'm glad I did because no fantasy relevance here in Philadelphia. I tell you, I love your fresh new intro. Hey, appreciate that, Tiffany. Glad you like it. I always want to do things, so many things, and never have time. And I don't even remember how I got it. Finally, it was just like, I got to do this because I've been forever. And the music, I had that forever. And it just finally got done here. I'm glad you like it, though, because I drive myself crazy. Jeffrey Lowry brought up reviving the fullback position this offseason. It was really part of her plans. Well, it was. We had a fullback. That's as we were just talking about there. But no, you're going to need A.J. Dillon as your backup running back. You're not going to move him to fullback. I really just don't believe that would ever be what you were thinking there. And Bigsby, a good running back. So if you want to use them on split backs, you want to put multi-backs in, you want to do pony, you want to do a lot of things, you can do that still. And again, nobody really necessarily has to be a fullback if they want a fullback. I've said it a million times about Ben Van Sumerman. He might see 1-2 plays a game, if that, but having him there as that special teams ace, having, just him on the team is a good thing. So it's a big loss, but I don't know. You have to, like you saw, we elevated Patrick Johnson. Now we've signed him to the active roster. So I just, they're just staying on top of injuries and things. We'll see. We didn't hear anything. I don't think that's going to happen. If they were going to do that, I think it would happen. But I don't know. I really think it would be really dumb, especially considering Dak is the one who spit first. Yeah, man. I think, with ETN, it's a no-brainer. Liam Cohen, I thought was a fresh new spark you needed from old Dougie P. And, having 2 backs in Tootin and ETN, that's good enough, and having a third back, that's good. But you guys obviously saw picks more important. You've got another back there. Can't even remember. But you got picks now, a 5th and a 6th. Getting rid of, a back that, yeah, he's good and you could use him, but you're probably not going to unless there's an injury. We have an injury. We need that right now. And people, want to be mad about picks. Look, when we talked about we had 12 picks, that's for this season if things are going down. Maybe you want to trade for a corner. Maybe these things can still happen just because something like getting a running back, doing these things. We did trade for a quarterback. We did trade and get certain positions that aren't corner, and we did trade for a corner. So I get people are antsy and always want to, look for something, and I get it. And I've seen the chaos. I see the weird Facebook groups and the Twitter stuff and why we should get rid of Jalen Hurts now, and he can't pass, and Howie Roseman sucks because he didn't bring back Isaiah Rodgers. And it's just, all right, man. Week 1, we're 1-0. And I assure you that Howie will continue to make moves, as I keep saying. And I promise you, it's going to stay like that. So, LaQuinn Allen, yeah, man. And I really like that kid. You can go back and hear what I had to say about him in the pre-draft process. But I thought, one of those later round undrafted kind of kids that could maybe be sneaky good. Another good addition. So it totally makes sense for the Jags to get rid of him. Totally makes sense for the Eagles if Will Shipley is banged up. When you think of a guy that can help you as a running back and a kick returner, that is Tank Bigsby. Now, I keep mentioning all these other things that happened. I want to show you some of the other things that did happen here today. With Patrick Johnson, I mentioned getting, signed from the practice squad to the active roster. So now you have another edge guy. And I mentioned Montrell Johnson. Along with him was Holland Pierce. Now, that obviously freed up one spot with Johnson, but the other spot was freed up by Elijah Cooks being released from the practice squad. So, yeah, and then we were going to talk about how the Eagles had a bunch of guys in for tryouts. And that was going to be my point of, look, how he's never done sleeping. And, dude, there's a lot of intriguing names. You talk about Jamin Davis here. Remember him from the Commanders, and then he was with the Lions and whoever the hell else, Jets maybe, I don't know. But Isaiah Foskey, the Notre Dame kid. Talk about Mike Hilton. That's an intriguing one here. But what, you're going to bring in a nickel corner and move Coop? I don't know about that. And then KJ Osborne, Kadeem Telford in there, Ladarius Henderson, and who's that pictured right there? Yeah, no thanks. Gonna go ahead and pass on that. Sorry about that, Quez, but it's a big no for me. Yeah, so clearly that's what I was coming in here to talk about. I was going to show you the updated injury chart and all the other stuff. And, well, this injury chart, I imagine, Will Shipley will be added to this, and I'm praying it's not season ending, but could be for a minute here if we're trading away for a running back. Now, did not get a chance to actually update the depth chart here, but we did get some of these. Can we get this going? There we go. So no fullback, right? Don't have one of those. You can add Tank Bigsby to the mix. Will Shipley, we're going to find out here tomorrow probably what goes down. The initial injury report will come out. I will give you that for the Eagles and the Chiefs. I'm sorry, that happened Wednesday. Holy shit, getting ahead of myself. Tomorrow is actually behind enemy lines, and we'll be talking about those Chiefs. Looking forward to that. But here's the offense. Clearly, Tank Bigsby is what will change there. On defense, Patrick Johnson added. So now you've got Smith, Hunt, Uche, Zadarius Smith added with Okoronkwo, Ojulari, and Patrick Johnson. So you've got 13 defensive linemen here on the edge and interior. So 6 interior guys, 7 edge guys. Maybe someone gets traded here. Maybe they let go of somebody. Not sure what they want to do here, but 7 effing guys. I don't know. Ojulari was inactive. So was Okoronkwo. Maybe they're looking to move some of these guys. I'm not sure. But, yeah, I have Bennett as the starting corner. I'm just kind of hoping to will it into existence. We'll see how that goes down. But unfortunate. And then the special teams area will get an update because, as I told you, Tank Bigsby will probably take over for Will Shipley there. Then on the practice squad, Elijah Cook's gone. Patrick Johnson went on to the active roster. So now you can see Hall and Pierce added in there. And then you can also see that I added Montrell Johnson as well with Estime. So you can see McCord at the quarterback, 2 running backs, 3 receivers, a couple tight ends and offensive linemen there. Got a linebacker in Chance Campbell. And then a bunch of corners in Nickerson, Ricks, Johnson, and Thomas. Then you've got Epps and Sam back there at safety. So I like that practice squad. I think a lot of talent there. And the Eagles, again, will always be looking to improve this team any way possible. So, hey, man, they want to trade for Tank Bigsby. I'm all about it. And I actually like the guy. I really am a fan of his game. Mark here, my buddy talking in the chat, is, there's somebody that can attest to what we talked about just not long ago with these backs. And I think, this is one of those moves where you're going to see people upset because it's not a corner. But you have to understand how he doesn't live like, oh, man, I really got to please these casuals online. The media really, I got to stop being good because they're upset. You know what I mean? It's just like, I don't know, man. Let them be. And dude, they're going to. People are always going to complain. They always just want to be upset about something, and I don't know what else to do for them, man. I break down the games, and we talk about, hey, man, maybe we struggled here. This is how we fix it. This is what we should do. Hey, maybe we should have faith in the fact that we have the best GM in the effing game. Go Howie. Go Birds. Just saying. But I think Kaylee's, his role is going to be off the team. Might get traded here if he doesn't figure something out. Maybe somebody with that athleticism, that size. I just think he's too stiff a lot of the time, those hips, man. But I hope the best for him. Don't see his time here ending very well. He had his opportunity, man. We didn't bring back Slay. We didn't bring back Isaiah Rodgers. He had his chance and lost out to Adoree Jackson. Now, Ja'Cory Bennett hasn't learned the system just yet. So I still have faith in him, but we'll see. They will always ignore that, man. You think they're going to give Jamar Chase the same treatment they gave A.J. Brown? Joe Burrow the same treatment they gave Jalen Hurts? You got to be shitting me, bro. That's not the world I live in. They're just haters. Just out of the team and let go from the team. And Adoree Jackson's still there. Yeah, well, unfortunately, you need somebody. And Tiffany, Jake, if you guys watch the show, you know how I feel about this situation. And what did I talk about all effing off season? Tiffany, you were mad at me. Kelee Ringo is going to be the starter. He's the man. I don't think he's good enough to be the starter. So what scared the shit out of me is, well, that means Adoree Jackson. So I complained over and over and over and over and over and over. I watched every preseason game with my pop. He knew by the time we watched the first game that I was going to drop kick that TV. As soon as I saw Adoree Jackson, I said, this is going to be a tough night. Oh boy. I'm just not a fan. He got benched by the Giants last season. I just don't see it happening. And look, it's an intricate system. Maybe he figures things out. I just don't see it. But what we talked about is the fact that, well, we better bring in somebody, right? Get Stephon Gilmore. So we talk about, Asante Samuel Jr.'s a lot of time. I see now people bringing this stuff up. We talked about this a while ago where there were names out there. And I love the Ja'Cory Bennett trade. I think that's great. But I think also, you need to give it time to learn the system. It's unfortunate for him. He didn't have more time this offseason, but been here for a few weeks now. Hopefully he is the answer here. So we'll see. We'll get it figured out. And I can't wait either, man. I'm really excited. Oh, yeah, of course. It's always a double standard for the Eagles. That's something in my almost 40 years of existence I've grown accustomed to. They hate us, man. They really do. And yeah, man, you guys remember, as the only person, content creator that supported Jalen Hurts from the beginning, I got to see it, dude. Because I got it from all the content creators, all the media people, everybody, dude. And you guys remember that I had to make the Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts comparison, and that drove people mad. But I was just trying to help people understand what development was and how nobody wanted to give Josh Allen a chance. But people wanted to lose their minds, and I was really just trying to show them who Jalen Hurts was as a person, a player, and who he was willing to become and try to be, and how he had the skills to do that. They wanted to talk about eye tests and arm strength and whatever weird shit. They had no idea what they were watching. It's fine, but now they're just hating, man, because they're wrong. I can't do anything for them other than keep trying to help them understand how football is played. Hey, look, I know it. Hey, man, I'm the day one. You gotta understand. I know it. I do. I was mad for many years. Many years I was alone, and I get it. It's frustrating. It really is. The kid's amazing. You remember I dubbed him the Terminator right when we got him, and just the attitude, his relentlessness, leadership, his willingness to learn and be teachable, coachable. Greatness is inside that kid, and we see it. But we'll see. No, Slay sucks. He's old. I'm good with that. Rodgers, we were time to move on because Kelee Ringo. See, you just a few weeks ago were happy because it was Kelee Ringo, right? Well, Kelee Ringo was supposed to be, that's what you draft him for. So that was why those guys are gone. But he's not good. So unfortunately, really nothing how we can do. You hope that Ringo pans out. That's what you drafted him for. You traded up for. He did try. Howie did his part. Ringo did not. Howie did his part again, trading for Ja'Cory Bennett. We just got to be patient. The first take should be turns Bengals. And yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's why I've never tuned into those shows for the last 15 years. I can't. That's why I have my own. I don't really get down with just their hot takes and negativity and misinformation. I'm just not into it. I like the football side of football. So that's what I stick with, And of course, the off the field football stuff is my cap stuff and the numbers and things like that I feel are important, way more important than the weird shit they talk about on those shows. Not saying to each their own. You guys like that stuff, no doubt. I'm just saying, for me, I was on my deathbed. You guys know my story. I created this with my lovely Chelsea pushing me to do it because I'm on my deathbed. Like, damn it, is there any Eagles media people or anything out there that talks about the Eagles like in a good way or talks about the actual game, or are we just everybody's getting traded? I hate everybody. Fire everyone. Like, that's all I was seeing. It was just like, so I created my own on the road to victory. E-A-G-L-E-S. Eagles. It got me through a lot. You sickos got me through a lot. And that's why I love you. Each and every one of you. I was worried about him in the next level. Honestly, he's always been stiff. Yeah, man. And that was why he fell, right? And we knew that. But that's why you take these chances, man. Football's a gamble. Guy could be top 10. You take him top 10. He could suck. Find a diamond in the rough, undrafted. You can, Tom Brady, 6th round. You never know, man. But you do know, okay, they've got this skill set. They've got this. But because of this, they may fall. I talked about this in the draft, and some people talked about him at the beginning like he was 1st round. Then it was more like 2nd round, 3rd round. We were talking 4th, 5th round. I would understand if somebody wanted to take him. Because, again, like Jalen Hunt, I predicted, we could take him in the 4th. We ended up getting him in the 3rd. I thought 4 was high but you don't know. You don't know how many of these, coaches and their staff, the scouts are out there and know these people. So you got to take people when you think, okay, the time is right. Now, if there's someone where you're like, I'm only taking him if they continue to fall, then, okay, now he's a steal in the 5th. Now I'm going to trade a couple picks and just grab him because, damn, the kid that was talked about with 1st round talent is now here in the 5th. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, right? It's not about me proving you wrong. I just didn't see it yet. And, I wasn't sold on it. That's why I talked about, and you heard me, when I talked about the offseason, I would have brought Rodgers back. But you're putting your chips on Ringo and bringing in Adoree Jackson as your only depth piece. I didn't agree with only having Adoree Jackson here. I think adding someone, and what did I talk about in August? You could trade for somebody. He did that. So I can't be mad. Like, he really did his part. Howie. Ringo did not do his part. So that's why he's not. So it has nothing to do with trying to prove you wrong or anything. Just is what it is. That information won't come out till tomorrow or Wednesday. That's right now. Hold on. It happens. It happens. We'll be fine, man. Yeah, it's funny to see people lose their minds already. And well, look, you guys have heard me. Bennett, learn that system, please. Nope, they didn't want to believe me, Bob, but they have to bear witness to it. Even if they still try to talk themselves through it and make shit up and be weird, that's fine. They still have to watch and see that he is pure greatness. So, yeah, too bad for them, man. They could sit here and enjoy it, or just keep being weirdos. I tried for years to get him on board, dude. Nobody wanted to hear what I had to say. Well, his mom did. You sickos did, but you saw the masses come from ahead, and it is what it is, man. They can be mad all they want. Hey, man. No, dude. I love it. And, yeah, man, those were some interesting times, and it just all happened out of the blue. Obviously, had some things going down, and I was really hitting that bottle once my dad died, and it got me out of left field, and they were just like, "You have cirrhosis," and I mean, I was pretty young, so it just kind of all happened, and dude, no need to feel bad about that. That was kind of something I didn't plan on, broadcasting because I was kind of, just in the hospital bed in the first like week. I wasn't doing anything but suffering, and then I really started learning about social media and just looking into stuff. I'm my old ass, and I was just bored and started making live videos. And then like it just turned into people laughing about how when I used to do the announcements, if you remember that from high school, I'd be on the little TVs and shit. Good morning, Mifflinburg guy. I'm your host, Jimmy Smith. Like, yo, dude, here we are again. But that's how it all kind of happened because of that occurring. But it was all wild. I was in there for a month, and I think like took me a couple weeks before I started making like videos and stuff, but it was wild how it all kind of turned into this, because she was like, how can you use that with the Eagles? And then really it was like Facebook and stuff. And then you guys, the sickos out here, were the ones that pushed me like, why don't you have YouTube? Why aren't you making money? And I was like, dude, nobody wants to watch this. And well, almost 4,000 of you do. So I love you all for it. I appreciate you. We're almost, I think, to 3,900. It's at like 3,892 or something like that. So tell your friends. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hype up the videos. Share. Like this stuff. It all helps, man. I appreciate you guys. I really do. Argumentative essay about why Nick Sirianni is an elite head coach in English class. Attaboy. I love you. Or girl. Whatever. Ex-dog. I'm just kind of assuming here. But no, dude, love it. And I got a lot of hate for that one too. Nick Sirianni. You guys know throughout the years, tried with Howie Roseman, Nick Sirianni, Jalen Hurts. Yeah, I'm crazy, right? I'm the guy that doesn't know anything. Oh, did we just win a Super Bowl with that? Love it. Would love to see that article if you get the chance. Article. Ooh, see, maybe one day you'll be writing. Maybe this is the start. Who knows? Even I used to write. That's pretty wild. But send me a copy. Love to see it. I'm always, and I tell you guys, send me anything, Eagles. You're doing something, Eagles. You're talking shit to some of the Eagles. I know you wearing shirt. Wearing one of my shirts. Those of you who do that, love that. I do. You guys are awesome. Cannot thank you guys enough. You're awesome, dude. Yep. And I truly believe it, man. I truly do. And just doing my part now. Trying to do my part. Like today I was talking about the beginning of the video. We were helping this elder woman, and we like did what we had to do, but then we were like stayed and just kept doing stuff because she was alone, and it was on my heart to do something for her to really help her out, with the gardening and all kinds of stuff. One of those things, it's like grandma's boy, like, what can I do to help? And she's like, well, actually, I got this CVS list for you. And no, it was cool as hell. But I'm blessed to be here. Second chance. And now I got you sickos here. Got a second family where I got a great family. I got great, friends. I don't have many. Lost a lot of great people in my life, but I cherish what I do have. So I look forward to these Victory Mondays and the Fan Fridays, the Sicko Saturdays and Sundays where we get these, live moments we get to enjoy. And I love putting out the shows and information for you guys. But these mean the world. We talk about all kinds of crazy shit. And I love you guys for it. Really do. Oh, man. I used to live in Brooklyn. I get it. A lot of shit dog fans out there. And also lived in Florida in my days. So they've got fucking everybody. That's weird as hell. But I been through it all, my friend. I feel for you. I know it's chaos. This world, they're not ready for what Eagles fans are. And I've taken pride in that my entire life. You guys know me. I'm loud and proud, and I wear Eagles everywhere. Like when I'm at work and I have to wear my gear, I have an Eagles wallet. I have Eagles everything. Oh, Jesus. You know what I found earlier? Oh, this is going to have to come out at some point this year. I found this earlier. I don't know if you can tell what this is. This is glorious is what it is. Well, you know what? We might as well just get real with it. Oh, no, I don't. I'm all dirty and shit. I don't actually. This is like a luchador Eagles mask. Gotten for me years ago. Been done plenty of time, but it's everything Eagles for me. I will always. I love that they hate us. I don't know what it. I prefer we be the underdogs. Don't like us. Drew, my man. You talk about people across the globe. I was just mentioning you, Drew rocking. I was actually going to ask you, dude. This might be weird, but I don't know that it really matters anyway right now because it's not like I have like a store or anything like that. But I've been using a lot of my time to try to get this T-shirt design stuff on. But I want to start using you, if you wouldn't mind, as an on the road to victory model for the gear because you take some pretty awesome pictures. You're a good looking man and you're out here representing the brand, dude. And if you guys have seen the pictures, it's been on my mind because the one from last year popped up and I was thanking you, and it's like you and all these crazy places throughout Europe, and just it blows my mind seeing that stuff, dude. So your sport means the world, but I'd like to, give you stuff, not just, hey, can you go out and buy all my stuff? And that's not what I'm saying, but it's awesome, dude, to see that. And I think people would like that more than me just posting, pictures of my designs or a screenshot of the shirt online or whatever, dude. But Joe, I hope you're doing well, man. I really appreciate you and all your support, dude. I love it. I love to see you guys tuning in different times. I mean, Drew, right now it's 3:16. Give me a hell yeah in the morning over there, and that's dedication, my friend. Appreciate. Sorry, the Stone Cold out of nowhere. If you haven't figured that out. Choo choo, bang bang, ding dang on the wing wang. Appreciate you tuning in, Jay Koch. Don't you dare touch my hey-oh, go birds. So no suspension, my friend. I don't think that the Eagles, thought anything was going to happen. They relayed that, and if they were going to, you probably maybe would have seen some movement on the practice squad. But really, we had a lot of inactives there. We've got plenty of depth at D tackle. I think we're going to be all right. I'm hoping. So, yeah, I think you would have already heard about it, but we'll see. Florida, we were in Walmart, people were yelling across. See, it's crazy, man. You see it because you got your snowbirds down there, you got all kinds of crazy stuff going on there. But I think, the fact that there's so many Eagles fans is what really is pretty cool about, that part. Now, you do get a lot of other ones, though, too, man. Pretty wild. But I think everything I pretty much own is Eagles. So I always find the real ones no matter where I go. I love it. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, dude, and I love it, and everybody loves it, man. Everybody at the show, they're so blown away by, and I'm not saying, you got to go to historical landmarks to do these things. I was just, because of those pictures that you had already taken, that's where my mind was at. So, but yeah, dude, I just appreciate you. And it was just something on my mind. And yeah, man, sure was. Sorry, we're at the part of the show where we drift off to sea. But yeah, we talked about Tank. We talked about Shipley being banged up, a guy that can come in and help you in the return game and as a running back. So all about it, man. But yeah, so again, we were talking about this earlier. I'm going to make a video on it, give you the stats, show you what he can do, and put on the depth chart why, Shipley, if you guys that tune in, you see it, Shipley's our kick returner, that he needs to be replaced by somebody, and it's probably going to be Tank Bigsby, which I love, and I'm a fan of Tank Bigsby. I talked about just released him from my fantasy team, and they got ETN there, they've got talent. They Allen is there to replace him as RB3 behind Tootin and ETN, so it was a no-brainer for them. We need it, so good trade. And sorry, I'm not trying to be short with you. Just trying to sum up what I said earlier. But truly my pleasure, guys. And I'm going to put that video together while I'm trying to watch the end of this game here. You guys know who scored the first touchdown by any chance? I won that FanDuel one with Jalen Hurts doing it, so we'll see. Dude, I really thought that's exactly what I said. I said, let's just be happy. All he did was spit back at him. An uppercut could have definitely been going his way, right? That's what I was like, hey, you know what? And I don't get down with that, man. I'm not all about spitting, bro. And like, you can bitch slap someone to make them, feel inferior, but spit. But I'm also not a bitch. You're like, like I can't sleep at night, chilling good or spit on someone. Like, give me a fucking break, dude. But not cool. You gotta grow the fuck up. You can't do that, man. I don't like it, but I'm not gonna be a little whiny bitch about it. It is what it is. I said to my pop, looked him right dead in the eye, said, burnt toast theory. Maybe this is exactly what he effing needs to go be defensive player of the year this year. Sitting on the sideline, watching his team suffer without him and thinking, I'm gonna kill you when I get out there. And that is exactly the mindset I want him to have all year. So I think, hey, maybe it's a blessing in disguise. That's how I'm going to look at it. Let's have it go. Hey, man, I appreciate that. And look, we got to hook you up. So let me know which one you would like the most that I could just send to you. Because your support is unmatched, my friend. I cannot thank you enough. You're awesome. I really, seriously cannot. And I just love the friendship we've created. And, obviously that started before I even did merchandise. You're one of the people that was really on me all the time to do it, dude. And I'll buy it. You just got to make it. And you've been a big help, dude. Not just in this, but, you really made me think of how I do this show, how I allow people, who cares? Why are we giving any energy to these haters? And I appreciate you for that, man. You're a real one, man. I love you. Dylan is not. Dylan will be RB2. Tank Bigsby will be RB3. If he can work his way up to 2, learn the system, hell yeah. But he can help us as a kick returner right away. And that's what I think we need right off the bat here, as you saw our depth earlier on the depth chart there. Yeah, the show is now. You did not, Tiffany, but Tiffany, our other Tiffany Dawson, got to also say the same thing earlier. So I appreciate you. You guys know I would love to do a lot of things, but that was one thing I really needed to get done. So I like it. No, this is because Shipley will probably be on IR for a little while. Hopefully not the whole year. Yep, gotta learn from it. Because learning. Yep, and that's right. You just gotta take it as a moment to, hey man, I really messed up. Like I really am being immature still, and that's one of his things. That's why he fell. I don't give a shit. That is my most watched video. Almost has 50,000 views because you guys loved it because I was freaking out. But he's a dog, baby. And he fell because shit I don't agree with doing. But I was a kid and I did stupid shit and bad shit happened. I lost a friend. I've seen horrible things happen being stupid when you're a kid. And these people want to, crucify these kids. And it's disgusting. I really, if he went out and was like Aaron Hernandez or something, like, okay, let's not support that. But, let's give these kids an opportunity to, have a good life. And some people, hey, if I did that, I get it, man. I've been in a lot of trouble in my life when I was younger. And I know that, things don't go the way that they will for, people with more money or people. And I get that, dude. It's not fair, but it doesn't mean just because I've suffered, I want others to. I want these kids to really have a better system, because a lot of them, we sit here and we talk about these people getting cut. Oh yeah, I can't wait. This guy sucks. I hate this guy. Everybody sucks. Now you guys know I don't say that shit, but I think, these people will probably never, half of them, most of them never play football again. So I just think helping them out, giving them, the right path to take after, or if, something doesn't happen, is a good idea, helping them. And if they do wrong, then we should help them even more. And I get it, pretty messed up. And I'm sure that family's devastated, but the kid's still going to try to live. He's still really good at football. And people were obviously going to let him play and do his thing. So yeah, we were going to be excited. And yeah, I really like the kid, and I'm hopefully he's learning and getting, more mature, but I can't force him to do that. He's a human being though. So I don't know. I just look at it differently, I guess, than most people, because the way they talk about these kids and everybody else, it's weird to me. But Maybe it's because I almost died and I just, I got a different vision. I'm not sure. I guess I've always kind of been like this, though. I've never been a dick, as I consider. But hey, man, appreciate you. I really do. You guys keep tuning in and I'll keep doing my thing. And he is. And look, he's a good guy. And yeah. And he is, man. And he's got a lot going on there. And I like his story. And even though he's a Cowboy and I hate the Cowboys, I try to. Okay. But that son of a bitch. He ain't, all flowers and peaches out here. So I felt a certain way about that once I saw that. Him spitting at third quarter, halfway through the third quarter there. Hey, man. I really appreciate that, Sean. And I'm always trying. And now the football is actually back here. It never ends on the show, 24/7, 365, baby. We're sickos. But I try to make more live ones during the season. We always get the Victory Mondays. We're not doing the Misery Mondays, okay? It's all Victory Mondays this year. But we'll do them either way. And I try to do Fan Fridays, Sicko Saturdays, or Sundays. Whatever I can get in, I try to do my best. Try to keep you guys up to date with all the moves, everything I possibly can. So, sorry, man, my work schedule is insane. But doing everything I can for you guys. I love you. And I appreciate you. And I'm glad you guys like it. Glad you guys keep tuning in. I can't do it without you. So let's effing go. Let's go, Phils. Let's go. I'll take it, man. I will take it. But I really got to get rolling out here, guys. I love you. I really do. I hate when some of you tune in right at the end here because then I'm like, man, I could just stay another half hour. But, dude, I got to. Oh, my God. I have so much to do. Oh, and I got to make that Tank Bigsby video. Holy crap. Thank you. Born Croy. Born Giorno. I don't even know what that means. But good evening to you, Lynn. Just rolling out here. But I can actually kind of see your profile pic for one. I love it. I do. Ooh. Look how dirty I am. Oh, my God. And the beard and the mustache. Like, maybe I could use it as dye. Just shove it all over my face, cover up all that white. Looking like Storm out here with my streak. Love you guys. It's obviously been a long day, but if you guys, I was thinking about doing a giveaway. I made a new shirt. I don't know if you guys have seen it. Jalen Hurts, him doing the MJ pose. Maybe you guys like that one. Maybe I could send it your way. Gonna do a little something where maybe you share something, get someone to subscribe, or just show me you're already subscribed. I don't know. You guys that are already here don't have to do anything. You'll be added. We're going to get you some stuff. We're going to get you ready. Let's rock and roll. They would be an uppercut with their name on it. Daddy don't play that. We just had an interesting conversation, Mark, today about something. If we were in person, I'd probably tell you. I'm not going to tell you right now. I don't know why I almost went down that road, but we were laughing. Younger me, I was a little crazy. So there would have been no spitting. I can assure Mark can attest to that. Yo, my man. But now we're all flowers and peaches in these parts, baby. But I love you guys. I really do. Hope you guys all had a great Monday. If it wasn't, F it. We got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then the weekend is ours. So make every day whatever day you want it to be because it's yours. And you control what's in here. You can't control all this. And it's fucking nuts right now. But you can control what you can control. So let's do that this week. And let's have one hell of an effing week. Because the Eagles are back. And they're 1-0. And we're about to go beat the shit out of the Chiefs. We just did it a couple months ago. But it's going to happen again. So get your money down. Let's rock and roll. But tomorrow, we're going behind enemy lines. We're talking about those Chiefs. Wednesday, of course, the initial injury report. We will know about everybody's injuries, all the updates there. Thursday, you'll get the top matchups with an injury update. Game status report on Friday, so you'll know who's out, who's questionable. Saturday, practice squad elevations. Who's coming on up for the game? Then, of course, the pregame on Sunday. Let's effing go. But that's all I've got for you guys. Really do appreciate you. Sorry this was so chaotic. The Tank Bigsby video will get put out. I might save it for the morning if it's late. I don't know. We'll see. But I love you guys again. And if you would, the like button, the share, the subscribe, everything, it really means the world. Love you guys, and we'll keep that between us, Mark. But you would tune in at the end here. And Nina, I was just saying, you got Drew, we got you guys tuning in at the end, and it just makes me want to stick around forever. I really got to get a shower, and I really got to make that Tank Bigsby video. If you rewatch it, Nina, I'd love to hear from you. If you watch this Tank Bigsby video that's about to come your way, well, I'd love to hear from you then, too. I hope you're having a great Monday. Hope you enjoyed that game, and this has been quite a chaotic weekend, still trying to get rid of the sickness and still just trying to feel normal on top of everything else I have going on here. But you guys are awesome. And you do, Tiffany. You guys go above and beyond. And I love you for it. I really do. Keep just tuning in. Seriously, sharing this stuff, liking it. I know you're all subscribed. Tell somebody else to. I don't know. Share a video, whatever it is. Whatever you're doing, it means the world. And you don't have to do anything. You could be watching in the shadows. And some of you do. And then pop up and just, hey, man, I just wanted to. I love that. I get it. You don't want to say anything. I don't blame you. It's a crazy world, and I'm a crazy guy. Keep a little distance here. But you're always welcome to reach out, and I always say that because I mean it. You're going through anything. You need a friend. I'm not here to preach to you. I'm not here to tell you how to live life. I'm just here to be a friend, speak from experience, and let you know that you're not alone in this crazy world. I love each and every one of you, and, you know, for all the stuff you do here, I'm going to try to repay it as much as I can. Trying to get my damn life on track financially so I can start giving you guys stuff and we can start keeping it real. We're keeping it real safe. But you guys, I love you. I really do. Please hit that hype button. Do all the stuff you can. Do your part. And we'll keep growing this bad boy. I'll keep doing my part as much as I possibly can. But Nina, thank you for coming in here at the end. I'm sorry. This 10-minute video, I told Chelsea it's now become almost an hour. I love you guys. Please forgive me. But I will see you tomorrow for Behind Enemy Lines or any other crazy moves that happen in the meantime. Or maybe I'll hear from you on the Tank Bigsby video. Or maybe just keep repeating myself and not know where I'm going with this. So I'm going to roll out here. I love you guys. I really do. Have yourselves a great rest of your Monday. But all I've got for you. So until next time, I am Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. You all stay safe out there, and as always, say it with me, sickos. Go Birds!